The year was 1746, and I was a seasoned sailor aboard the HMS Seraph, a majestic ship that navigated treacherous waters. Our crew consisted of brave souls, each well-versed in the art of sailing. We had embarked on a perilous voyage across the Atlantic, seeking trade routes to far-off lands. Little did we know that our journey would lead us into the clutches of terror and despair. One fateful evening, as the moon cast an eerie glow upon the darkened sea, a haunting melody drifted through the salty air. The captivating tune, carried by the gentle waves, filled our hearts with an irresistible desire to follow its source. Initially, we brushed it off as a mere trick of the wind, but as the days passed, the melody grew louder, entwining itself within our souls. Rumors began to circulate amongst the crew of a mysterious siren haunting these waters. The tales spoke of a beautiful but deadly creature that lured unsuspecting sailors to their doom with her enchanting song. Some claimed to have seen her, her unearthly form briefly emerging from the depths before vanishing into the dark abyss. At first I scoffed at these stories, dismissing them as mere superstitions. But deep down a seed of fear was planted in my heart, and as the days passed, that fear grew like a festering wound. One night, during my late watch, the haunting melody returned, more alluring and haunting than ever before. Struggling to resist its hypnotic call, I felt an otherworldly force drawing me towards the starless horizon. As the ship sailed closer to the sound's origin, an eerie mist engulfed us, suffocating the air with a cloying scent. Suddenly, from the heart of the fog, a mesmerizing figure emerged. Her beauty was beyond human comprehension, a vision of elegance and grace. Yet her eyes were hollow, devoid of any emotion, and a malevolent smile played upon her lips. With the force of a hurricane, the siren's enchanting melody gripped my mind, turning my fears to naught but longing. My shipmates, equally ensnared, were helpless, stumbling toward her, their faces devoid of reason or recognition. But as we drew closer, the siren's facade fell away, revealing her true form, a hideous, nightmarish creature with sharp claws and jagged fangs. It was too late. Her hypnotic spell had bound us in her deadly trap. I watched in horror as the sailors who once stood beside me were engulfed by the monstrous creature. Her melodic song turned to blood-curdling screams, the sea turning crimson with each victim she claimed. Their bodies were torn asunder, and the ocean became a macabre dance of death and destruction. I mustered all my strength to resist the siren's enchantment, but she sensed my defiance. With an eerie hiss, she turned her focus solely on me. Her haunting song grew louder, and her gaze penetrated my soul, trying to pull me into the abyss of madness. Summoning every ounce of courage, I grabbed a nearby harpoon and plunged it into the siren's chest. A guttural screech filled the air as she recoiled, the enchantment momentarily broken. Seizing the opportunity, I rallied the remaining crew, and with our weapons drawn, we fought against the monstrous siren. The battle was fierce and horrifying. The siren's unearthly strength was matched only by her malevolence, yet we fought with every ounce of desperation, our survival instincts driving us onward. In a flurry of blood and chaos, we managed to wound the creature gravely. As the first rays of dawn peeked over the horizon, the siren let out a mournful wail, her haunting melody silenced forever. With her dying breath, she sank beneath the waves, taking her malevolent allure with her. We were left battered and broken, mourning our fallen comrades and haunted by the nightmare we had faced. The HMS Seraph continued its voyage, but the horrors we witnessed that night would forever linger in our hearts, a reminder of the dangers lurking in the uncharted waters of the mid-1700s. In the years that followed, I often found myself staring out into the dark abyss, wondering if the siren's call would ever return, knowing that some terrors can never truly be forgotten.